Hello, welcome, happy Wednesday. Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right on the outside, but inside things are unraveling? Burnout rarely kicks the door down, it usually creeps in quietly. Today, I'm going to show you the subtle signs that you're missing out on and how to prevent burnout before it hijacks your edge. Then I'm going to invite you into a deeper reset inside my live webinar, Reset the Rules. This is the first bold step to leading without sacrifice. Hey, I'm Jen Beck, and I just want to welcome you. This space for me is really an opportunity to come in and share some of the experiences, some of the wisdom, some of the opportunities for growth that I have personally had the ability to take. But also for the last 23 years, I've been helping other powerhouse women to really reclaim their lives, recharge their energy, and live lit up from the inside out. So if you've ever smiled and said, "Oh, I'm fine," while you're quietly just falling apart inside, I'm talking to you today. Okay. And if that's you, just put a me in the chat if you resonate with that, where you are on the go, you're on fire 24/7, and your body is just like, stop. And this happened to me last week. You may have you may have been here last week. I was not. On Monday, I came down with some kind of a horrific stomach bug, and it took me out for a few days. Now, was it my body telling me to stop? Was it stress happening? Was it that I was run down? Yeah, maybe all of the above. And maybe it was just a stomach bug. But we've got to recognize the fact that sometimes we are on the go so much and we don't ever stop. And there's still stuff on your to-do list at the end of the day that you won't get done on your deathbed, ladies. There will be things on your to-do list you didn't get done. Let's make sure that living isn't one of those things that you're not getting done. Okay? I'm getting a little bit of tech issue, but hopefully this is coming through loud and clear. Here's the thing. You lead, you perform, but there are cracks that are starting to show up, right? You're waking up tired. You're maybe a little more emotionally reactive and snapping at people that you love and you don't really want to. Maybe you're walking around feeling a little bit joyless too. Pushing through is familiar, but it can also be really dangerous because burnout builds quietly. Just like people quietly quit, burnout trickles in the same way. And it comes in boundary by boundary not being honored. It comes in overextending one too many times, and it comes in breath by breath. But here's the truth. Success without sacrifice is actually possible. Imagine waking up clear and energized and present, leading your day in a way that fuels you instead of draining you. When you align your leadership with your energy, you create unstoppable momentum. You feel amazing and things are just going and flowing. That's what energy first leadership is all about. But as high achieving women, we often ignore the signs. We think that exhaustion is normal. It's just a season I'm going through, and maybe we confuse stress with productivity. I don't know about you, but it's like, for a long time, I wore that badge of honor. I'm busy. Things are good, but I'm busy. It's a busy season. And we just kind of dismiss that. And we look at being productive or, always on as some kind of rewardable experience. Maybe you've been praised for pushing through. So we ignore all of the little signs. We ignore the little tiny whispers of like, hey, slow down. Hey, you're tired all the time. Hey, you might need to take a breath. You might need to take a break. And they're little baby whispers to start out with, but then they start to grow and grow. And all of a sudden they turn into screams and we start screaming. Have you ever been there? Your kid comes to you with something super innocent and it's like, ah, and there's a reaction there. Or somebody on your team comes to you with another stupid question. Right? I have a client who at one point in time was walking around the office going, oh, I'm going to kill somebody. I'm going to kill somebody. Oh, I just want to kill somebody. And she was saying this out loud. right? Sometimes our internal dialogue becomes external, and it completely destroys the morale of our team, of our productivity, of confidence. And yet we're still pushing through. Which is why I want you to see the signs of burnout before it takes over, not after. Because you deserve to have a life that you love, one that works for you, and one that you feel lit up about. One where you wake up on like a kid on Christmas morning, excited about your day, versus going, oh, it's time to get up. Oh, I gotta get up. Notice what you say to yourself about getting up in the morning. And if it's dread-filled or exhaustion-filled, might be time for something to change. All right, so I want to give you 3 simple signs or 3 subtle signs that you might see trickling in if you're starting to incorporate some burnout. Okay, and I'm going to give you a reframe for each one of them. So the first one is that everything feels urgent. Everything feels like it needs to be addressed now. Everything feels like a fire that needs to be put out. Here's the thing, your nervous system can't prioritize when it's fried. So when you're running on fumes, your brain thinks everything is urgent and important. Not everything deserves your energy. So the reframe on that is, what is the most important thing for me to be doing right now? What's going to move the needle? And it might be taking a nap. It might be closing your eyes for 5 minutes and taking some deep breaths. Why? So you can calm down your nervous system, refocus, and reset. Okay? It could be a big project, but it's really about what's the one thing that you can do right now that will allow you to reset and prioritize and go into that next activity fully fueled, not running on fumes. Okay? Second sign I want you to pay attention to is if you have nothing left after 3 o'clock. You're literally running on adrenaline, not nourishment. You are so exhausted in that moment, and you can feel it. It's like the 3 o'clock brain fog, the drain. You're running on adrenaline, and at some point in time, our body can't sustain that anymore. You know, so many of us wake up in the morning, we've got a cup of coffee, and it's like, all right, I'm ready to go. As long as I have my coffee, I'm good. But that coffee starts to wear out. The energy from that, the adrenaline from that, it starts to wear off. And then we're left feeling brain fog, exhaustion, moodiness, cravings. At 3 o'clock, I need some sugar, right? And so the reality is, the reframe is looking at, it's not about motivation. It's not about the fact that you're like, oh, I should be doing so much more at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, let's be real. Most of the world takes a siesta at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you did take 5 minutes to deep breathe, you would be in alignment with the rest of the world, right? They don't all live, not everyone in the world lives on the hustle culture of making sure that we do everything all the time and we're running on overdrive and over time, right? There are countries in Europe where if you are working overtime, you actually are not doing your job well enough. It's not a badge of honor. It's a reason for a performance review. Okay, so motivation isn't the problem. Your energy management is. So that's where it comes to looking at what is really running the show. Is it intention, or is it ambition and performance and productivity? Okay. And I'm talking about more toxic productivity versus really getting to a place where you're thriving. And then the third one is, you can't remember the last time that you felt excited, right? If you go through your day and you're just checking the boxes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but if you don't really feel lit up, that's a problem, right? Our passion for life and for our work fades long before our performance fails. But if you're not feeling excited about your day and about your life, that is a red flag, okay? So I want you to flip this, that it's not about productivity that's essential, it's joy that's essential. Joy is essential. It's not extra. It's not that you should, at one point in time, get to enjoy your life once all of the work is done. No. We should get to enjoy our life every single day. So how do you start shifting this? Okay. One of the ways to do this is to do a body check-in, right? Put your hands on your heart and go, okay, what do I need right now? What do I need right now? And really check in with yourself and ask yourself, what do you need? And you can do this on an hourly basis. You can do this on a 15-minute basis, however often you need to get to a place where you're being intentional. Sometimes just taking a deep breath, get a glass of water, go for a quick walk to be able to take some space. The second one is to reclaim 1 hour a day. You can hear my dog or not. It's going insane right now. Reclaim 1 hour a day. Excuse me. Okay, so reclaim 1 hour a day, right? One non-negotiable hour for you, just for you. And if you can't do an hour right now, take 5 minutes, take 15 minutes, and carve out 15 minutes in your day that's just for you. And pro tip, do it first thing in the morning. Because if you wake up in the morning and you get to do something that you're excited about for 15 minutes, it will change the trajectory of your day. And it will change how you treat yourself. It will change how you show up for yourself. It will change how you interact with yourself and with your day. So minimum 15 minutes a day, non-negotiable for you a day, and then 1 hour of non-negotiable a week. Preferably not just a massage, but if that's your 1 hour, then take the 1 hour. And then number 3 is to be able to block time on your calendar for recovery, not just productivity, right? You are not a human doing, you're a human being. And if you're not being in your life, if you're not enjoying your own life, again, that should be a red flag of like, hey, this might not be working for me 100%. What can you do to be able to instill and install pieces in your life and in your day and in your calendar for you to look forward to and to be able to have on there that's just for you? Okay. So these are super powerful tips that you can do, but it's just the beginning. Here's the thing. You were not meant to lead on empty. You were not meant to lead from exhaustion, depletion, or a checklist for your life. You were meant to live lit up, feeling amazing and excited about your life. That's actually why I created a free live experience just for you. I'm doing a webinar on Friday called Reset the Rules. And this is the first bold step to leading without sacrifice. It's this Friday, the 22nd at 1 o'clock. And in this training, I'm going to walk you through the number 1 hidden belief that's quietly draining your energy and how you can release it. We're going to talk about the 3 invisible drains that are stealing your clarity and your momentum and how to stop them. And I'm going to teach you my Reset, Reclaim, and Rise framework so that you can lead fully and live freely. You know, burnout isn't just about exhaustion. It actually rewires our brain and our body. Science has shown that once depletion sets in, recovery can take months or even years. So preventing it now is way easier than clawing your way back from it later. Okay? So I want you to ignore the whispers and really lean into what is true for you. Because the whispers, it's kind of like the devil on our shoulder sometimes about like, hey, you should be doing more. You have other things to do. You don't have time to stop. You don't have time to jump on a webinar. Oh, wait, maybe if you jump on the webinar, then you can keep working. Like all of the things that are in our head, like ignore the devil on your shoulder and really lean into what you want to create for you. Because if we don't stop now, if we don't recalibrate now, what's next? Lost passion, broken health, maybe even career derailment, emotional disconnection from our family, separation, divorce, right? If we keep leading from depletion, you're just trading everything that you built for your body and soul that's too depleted to enjoy it. right? So we get to recalibrate. We get to take our life back in our own hands to get to a place where we feel amazing and feel lit up from the inside out. So don't wait until burnout steals your brilliance. Come join me on Friday. We're going to reset the rules. You're going to reclaim your energy and rise into the next evolution of your leadership, of your life, of yourself, so that you can truly feel amazing, body, mind, and soul. So I'll drop the comments in the link below, but if you go to CompleteHealthRevolution.com/reset the rules. I'll look forward to seeing this Friday, the 22nd at 1 o'clock Eastern. Have an amazing day. And remember, take a breath, take some time for you, and reclaim your energy and lead from overflow, not overwhelm. Make it an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon.